What's going on, everybody? Give me a minute while I get situated. We're going to fight this new boss. Brand new boss is coming out for Season 3. We don't know his skills or what we need to do to fight him. It's going to be pretty intense. But give me 1 second. Something's not working out really quick. Let's do this. All right. Okay, and one other thing. There we go. Okay, we're back. Dragonheir Silent Gods. Guys, if you're not playing it, download it with the link down below. You can download it from Steam. You can download it on your mobile devices. Play whenever you want to. Come and join us on Discord as well. There's going to be a lot of things happening next month, so we hear. So it should be, we should hear word in the following weeks about all the big things that are going to happen next month. But I would get a jump on playing right now. So we're at the end of Season 3. This is the boss we have to fight. On my main account, we're on the test server right now. On my main account, I'm fighting all the chief challenges in the other world. But this is the test server, which is further along. So all these are closed. It must be a lot further along, because I feel like we've got quite a ways to go, maybe 12 days or so on my main account before we even get to fight this guy. But that'll give us a lot of time to do some play testing. Yo, what's going on? Extro, how you doing? And not a recording? Oh, you're always watching me over there on YouTube? I appreciate this support. Thanks so much. Yeah, that's cool. You can catch me. I didn't even know this was going to be available on the test server. We've been playing the test server yesterday, doing stuff with wild heroes, and then I log in today and it says, boom, fight against the deep thing. It like gave me this big stuff. What's going on? Raz in the house. What's up, my man? Let's see what this guy's all about. I mean, he's going to be, what is it, a crab? An octocrab? I don't know what it is. I'm just going to challenge it because I just want to see it really quick. It's an eyeball inside a shell. I'm not really sure what the hell this thing is. When over 2 million damage has been dealt to the Chaos Touch. What's it? Abyssal losses. It will take 90% decreased damage. When an enemy has 300 resistance, heroes with over 320 accuracy are recommended to guarantee a high success rate. So we need a 320 accuracy, but we're getting accuracy, I think, from our alliance boost still. We're getting accuracy from our elemental affinity. So it shouldn't be too bad, but 320 is quite a lot. I think only from our alliance bonus, we only get 20, right? 20, that would still need 250 on our heroes. I guess 250 is not too bad. Do I have, I don't know who's geared. I don't care who's geared. I just want to see this guy fight. Charge under the name of, I want to see how many like points we have to do damage to, you know? I don't think any of these people are geared. Okay, we got the main target. What kind of AoE do we have with this thing? I saw resistance? What was that? So single target damage? This one actually isn't AoE? Wow, I'm so surprised. Every single in-game boss we've ever had has always been something to fight AoE. Kelvin, what's up, my man? Welcome back. On the Blessed banner, 35 summons, 2 dupe ripe kisses. Some new legendary artifacts. Okay, way to go. I don't mind getting dupes either, right? We get legendary artifacts. For a dupe Daphne, what are you guys pulling on? I also pulled on the banner. What's so good on that Blessed banner too? So many debuffs from this boss. Yeah, but we've only got one single target point of damage. So we're not going to be using AoE heroes, which is really disappointing. Very, very disappointing. I don't think, we can't block or remove these debuffs either. Whatever's being thrown on us, we cannot do anything about. The poison, the rust poison, it's got that box around it. So we can't resist it. We can't stop it. We can't block it. It's just going to be put up. But I'm sure there's a way to remove it. Remember whenever we have these, when we're going up through Fae or something, if you do heals, you remove those other ones in Fae. I'm sure there's a way. We'll look over his skills in just a second. That That's sad that it's single target. We do single target all season long. That's the primary thing for our whole entire account is single target, except for goblins, which goblins is pretty easy once we get strong enough. We don't have a boss out there that we really use a lot of AoE heretical runes, but once you're rolling with heretical runes, no problem there. My head's peeling from all the sunshine I got lately. I don't think so. Debuff immunity can normally not block that. We'll try that. Let's read over his skills first. What'd you see so far? Yeah, I can't believe it's single target this time. I really can't. It's been so nice to have AoE since the Vortex boss we fight all the time is single target. It's been great to have somebody that's been AoE at the end of the season. Plus, we got so many new additions to AoE. Shadow can do AoE, Corrosion can do AoE, and I was really hoping that Aura could do some AoE. Man, so sad. This boss looks nuts. Let's go, Midnight. What's up, my man? Midnight, did you see my new sneakers? My new kicks? Oh yeah, yellow as can be. I went to the gym already in this outfit right now, and these are my new kicks I got in today, guys. My daughter helped me pick these out. Is that a display screen? What is that? That's not the display screen. Let's see, display screen. There we go. Yellow, yellow. So yellow, and then here's me getting ready. Oh, you can't see my feet. Where's my feet? They're my feet. There's me getting ready to go to the gym. This is the only shirt I've got that has a little bit of yellow in it, so that's what I was stuck with. But it went well together. I like them. They're workout shoes, I guess. They advertise the other colors you can wear with jeans and whatnot, so I guess you could, but I just wear them to work out. And I wanted like something bright. So those came in today. Will be great for this boss. Victor's going to be great. Okay, let's read over this guy's skills and see what we're up against, because I have no idea. I just wanted to see how many targets we could attack. Now we know it's single target, which is pretty disappointing, man. I'm really upset that it's only single target. Look at all these skills. Hey, Wolflar, thanks, man. I like these. I think they're pretty nice. They just came out over in the Nike App Store. They just came, as new arrivals this week. So I swooped in and got them up. 200 million, yeah, okay, 90% less damage taken. Damage reduction takes 50% less damage. Gains 1 stack of Undispellable upon taking skill damage. I didn't see that stack. Did you guys? Yeah, black and yellow. They're like bees. They don't look like bees, though. You're happy that it's single target? I'm actually very sad. We've done single target all season. Rook, Shadow, Aura, they're all AoE heroes. Now we don't have AoE. I am extremely sad. Plus, all the chief challenges are single target. The whole season, single target now. I'm pretty upset about that. This is crazy, though, that he gets 1 stack of an Undispellable 50% damage reduction upon taking skill damage. We do our skills all the time. Every 10 seconds, sometimes shorter than every 10 seconds. We remove a stack when this guy, and he only removes once. Wait, this doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense at all. We need to gear some people so we can see some things in action too. Let me throw on some gear on a team. Don't we have save teams? We got to have some kind of save team that we've done on a boss. Like this one. Okay, I'm kind of jumping the gun. Let's read the rest of the skills though. Let's read the, so I know for sure we got to look out for this one crazy ability. Right? Damage reduction. We'll look at his buffs that he gets. Inflict 1 stack of Undispellable Rust Poison. And these can't be blocked. Like, if you're going to do block debuffs, these can't be blocked. We'll try it, but normally these can never be blocked. Any target reaches 20 stacks to dispel all rust poisons from that and deal necrotic damage to them. Every time it's triggered, subsequent triggers damage will be increased by 25%. Target's max HP damage. Deals damage to the target and removes their state upon reaching 20 stacks. I don't see a way to remove that, so I guess we get 20 stacks, we take damage. When dealing damage. Can we block this with shields? Can we get big enough shields that we don't actually take damage ourselves? The shields take all that damage, and now we don't get this stack on us? It's an idea. Sometimes that helps. That works for us whenever the boss in Grave of Curse tries to get a shield himself. If he eats through shields, he doesn't get a shield because he's not actually doing damage to us. That might work here. There's a shield prohibition skill. Okay. Let's get to that. Immune to control immunity and ultimate down effects. Okay, so no ultimate down, but we're on a 30-second timer for this guy's full rotation. So that's pretty cool, I guess. Deals necrotic damage 3 times to all enemies. Now that's each 3 hits. That would mean that we'd get 3 stacks, I guess, of this rust up immediately. Deals necrotic damage to all enemies with a 100% chance to inflict defense penalty down at 12-second mark. Deals damage twice. Each time has a 100% chance to dispel 1 buff from them. Additionally, inflicts buff prohibition on them for 10 seconds if they aren't granted any buffs. Well, we could dispel buff prohibition, or dispel it. We can't block it because he's going to remove a buff, and then we could immediately cast buffs, or we could have 1 buff on that he takes off, and then we could cast buffs immediately after that. At what mark is that? 18 seconds. Okay, so removal of debuffs at 12 seconds for sure, right after 12 seconds, because we don't want decrease defense penalty. This, we just need a buff up by the time we come to 18 seconds, so we can remove that 1 buff, and then we can buff up big after that by centering them. So we don't want people clumped up. It says release seeds of poison, rust poisons to all enemies by centering them and dealing necrotic damage, inflicting heal prohibition and shield prohibition for 10 seconds. Now we can block that. There's nothing that says we can't block these 2 debuffs. So right after this effect, right after 18 seconds, we can buff up with blocking debuffs, and we will not take these debuffs. So our shields will still be functional. And we could have shields up before this happens at 24 seconds too. He's not removing it. You think it's a mistranslation? Okay, we're going to have to try. We got shields. We've got Garius already, so we'll try the shields. They're overcompensating for us face rolling all the content that we've been doing with Chief Challenges. I think, Kelvin, I think Victor's going to be great. He puts up debuffs. He removes debuffs. I mean, he's got an awesome kit, right? Victor's been great this whole entire season. I've been using him a lot. Okay, so we're going to need cleanse. We got a lot of heroes that can cleanse. We're going to need some... If we're fast enough, we can do things 2 times in this whole rotation. If we're at 18 seconds. If we're at 15 seconds for something. Now, it didn't say we can't slow this boss down at a 30-second timer. I haven't seen that yet. I haven't seen where we can't knock back its ultimate gauge, but nothing said we can't recharge speed penalty. If we can recharge speed penalty this guy for 10 seconds, every 20 seconds, then we can cast our skills twice during his rotation, which will be very, very strong, right? Wolflord, my man. There's a chest that doesn't allow a buff to be dispelled, isn't it? There is a chest piece that can make a 50% chance to make a buff undispellable. So if you're going to put up a lot of buffs, that could be something good. But he only dispels. He only tries to dispel 1 buff and block buffs only 1 time so far that I've read. So I don't think that's going to be an issue. Especially with recharge speed penalty up, I don't think any of this is going to be an issue. We've got... This poison stuff sounds like we can't have anybody next to each other. Otherwise, we're going to take additional damage, is what this sounds like here at 24 seconds. Charges up briefly, dealing necrotic damage 4 times to all enemies when hitting enemies without buffs. Reduce their ultimate by 30%. Enters fragile for 5 seconds. Where's fragile? Increased damage taken by 100%. Okay, that's when we want to unload a whole bunch of our ultimates. But it's only for 5 seconds, man. We only get a 5-second window to do 100% additional damage, so I don't even know if I'm going to worry about trying to line up that damage or not. 5-man, 320 resistance. I don't know if we want to go high resistance. I really don't think we're going to need to. That's an idea, though. Does the shield lady? Undispellable buff help with this. Forgot the name. Shield lady undispellable buff. Oh, with her resistance buff. You're talking about, she helps with everything, right? Always. You're talking about, what's her name? We use her everywhere. 50% increased healing. She gets 100% resistance and 30% defense to the whole entire team, and it's undispellable. Yeah, we use her everywhere. She's so damn good, and I can't remember her name right now. We might even have her on the team right now. Yeah, you know what we're talking about. She will do well here. No, not Catherine. Come on. The one that everybody uses because she's so damn powerful. Yeah, Ardrith. Ardrith's OP everywhere, right? Ardrith is OP anywhere you take her. Okay, so from what we just read, we need a buff up. At least a buff up, right? And shields don't count as buffs. So we'll get some HP shields up to keep us alive But I want to buff up at the same time. I'm going to put everybody together and see if we take that AoE damage when we get the seeds. And I'm going to take her out and put Corrosion in because he will give us a buff that we can have on to then be removed. So we don't get buff prohibition put on us. Now, after that buff prohibition, though, he's going to try to slap us with shield prohibition and heal prohibition. At that time, we could throw on some shields at that time. Because we'll already have the shields on before that happens, for the 24-minute mark. We'll look at the skills in a second. Let me get Corrosion, just so we have a little bit of a chance to see some of these mechanics go down. No, not really. Not any of this. I just want Radiant. Yes. But those don't count as buffs. Anything like that that actually can't be removed, that are on, don't count as buffs. Usually when it talks in regards to something like this hero. Like this hero says that if you have a buff on, he will not put buff prohibition on you. Something like Ardrit's buff, even though it's a buff, will not count toward that. And we can test that right now just so you can see.
To be judged. Strength alone cannot eliminate all.
Those things don't really count as, they don't count as true buffs, unfortunately. Who's got that on? Nobody? Because they're always on. It would kind of be unfair, I guess. Maybe. Maybe not. All right, let's see what we got. We're keeping them all close together so we can take additional poison damage and see how that functions. And we're going to look at Ardris buffs that she's going to give our team over time, right? All right, first up, damage to all of us. Decreased defense is about to hit us. Anytime he does damage to us, we get one of those poison spores. We've got 3 because he did 3 hits. We're about to get another and decreased defense, right? Oh, I should have been saving our shields. Okay, is this where he strips a buff? Okay, he stripped buffs, but we all got buff prohibition up right now, right? Because we really didn't have a buff. Her thing does not count as a buff. All right, shield prohibition was on everybody, so we would want to do shields before then, obviously. And then now's the time where we can whack him for 100% additional damage right at the end there. All right, we got another spore on us. Decreased defense is coming up. We'd want to strip that. We'd want to definitely remove decreased defense so this doesn't hurt so bad, right? And we got buff prohibition on. We're going to get shields up right now before the shield prohibition comes on. And he's got heal block on us, right? We got some massive shields. He's got heal reduction of only 50% though. Shield prohibition, which is fine. Now that's going to fall off when? Shield prohibition's falling off about the time we could use it again. If we had recharge speed penalty up, I bet I could cast shields right now, and then I could cast them again before that other point, before it matters. So what do you think we need? Alice is the best tank. Acelia is the best tank for sure, to block and to remove. Well, to remove. Oh, and we can block. We can block this one right here. Give her the horn, get 15% additional damage. She's great. I mean, she's fantastic for everything in this game, you know? No doubt. Okay, we don't want to cast that right now because we've got shield prohibition. I don't think shield prohibition is a big deal. Shield prohibition, 50% heal block. We're not even doing decreased attack on this boss right now. Obviously, we're not doing a lot of damage, I guess. What damage is this right now? 1 million? Yeah, it's pretty sad. Let's go 2 times speed. Let's just make sure we shield like now. Let's just make sure we shield now so it'll be up for this hit. Be up for the next hit. We are still getting those poison effects up even though we have shields on. Okay, look like this last hit us pretty hard. We're gonna get some shields up again, but we're not gonna have time. Yeah, we're not gonna have 20 seconds right there. It's only 10 seconds. We need recharge speed penalty. Well, for this, for all the debuffs and recharge speed penalty and decrease attack possibly, if he can be consistent enough, Stag could work here. Oh, 1 minute's already gone? Oh, we only have 5 minutes on this boss? What's this buff prohibition? I mean, I'm not using a heavy DPS team, and I really don't know what kind of gear we have on him right now. These aura people are supposed to be doing damage based off of enemy max HP, but when have we faced anything with enemy max HP to make aura viable this whole entire season? Nowhere. Where do we even have AoE for aura right now? Nowhere. It's so sad. I don't understand this. So terribly sad. They just did aura so dirty. Goblin? Aura's not even great in Goblin. It was in Preventable? No, you could stop that decreased defense buff. And we'd want to remove then, right? Right now we'd want to remove this decreased defense buff before we're hit again here and before we're hit again there. For sure, right? Okay, we should get hit pretty hard. I think this one hits slaps pretty good, right? No, I lied. That ability. No, I didn't mean to do that, Garius. I didn't mean to cast right then. That ability hit pretty good. Hits really weak at the end. The Howl of the Deep deals necrotic damage 4 times to all enemies. Oh, what's the one that's supposed to hit hard with people next to each other? Buddy, you got to do your shields before this next skill. Come on, hurry, hurry, hurry. Oh, I got it just in time. Okay, I do see everybody kind of taking a little extra damage, right? Because they're clumped together. They need to be spread out. All enemies centered around them. It's just like Flame Domain, right? We don't want anybody next to each other. So what are we looking at right now for damage? 2.8 million? Yeah, but we're not rocking... Are we rocking decreased defense on the boss? I guess we are. At least he's not recharge speed penalty us. Like, if he recharged speed penalty us, we'd be in some trouble. I don't feel like... What do we need here? I want recharge speed penalty on him, but we don't have anybody in... What's Radiant with? Fire? Sure, we got somebody in Fire, right? Do they even have recharge speed penalty over here? Come on, guys, don't you? It's so sad. Like, update your stuff. I don't have her on my main account, but yeah, we could definitely use her. Does she do it? She does the healing and buff prohibition. Oh, yeah. I wasn't looking at the buffs from him. Hold on. Does he get that 50% decrease? That's what it is. We need to buff prohibition him. This is why we're doing no damage, right? We do a battle skill and he's supposed to take 50% less damage. There he goes. 50% less. It stacks up to 4 times. Now, I think it's just 50% straight. I don't think he's getting 200% less damage. Otherwise... Well, we weren't doing any damage there in the beginning, right? We need buff prohibition on him. Check this out. It looked like we were doing no damage. I thought it was just multiple stacks at 50% and it wasn't going to multiply up, but it looks like it did. So whenever we do our battle skill, he takes 50% less. We can't dispel it. I think we can block it, right? Or is it permanent? Oh, it's got that barrier around it. I don't think we can dispel it or block it. And we can't turn our battle skills off. He's up to 7 stacks. Are we doing any damage right now? While those stacks were on. A little bit damage there. 50% less, 50% less. Here, Garius, you can cast your stuff. Okay, I see this skill is late. That's good. That 4th skill is really, really late. So we could time something to do, like decrease attack and make it last a really long time. I bet Unkillable Team's going to work. Oh, no, he removes debuffs. I don't get these stacks, man. Look, when he's got 3 stacks, we're doing no damage. We are. They add up. So if he has more than 1 stack, we do 0 damage.
May the moonlight cleanse your soul.
That's why we're doing no damage to this guy. How do we control... Snarl's the only hope? Why Snarl? What would Snarl do? Decrease attack, but I mean, we can't stop people from doing their battle skills. Every time we do a battle skill, he gets 50% less damage taken. So we're just waiting for this point right here to do 100% additional damage for 5 seconds. What do you mean at least he'll only be doing half damage? It's anytime we do a battle skill, this guy gets a buff. That's it. There's no other requirement. There's no other requirement to remove it. We all do our battle skills. This guy takes 50% less damage. And then it falls off. Somebody else did a battle skill. He's up to... Now he's got 2 stacks on. And took 0 damage. Look. 0 damage.
May the moonlight cleanse your soul.
Be cleansed by my light.
Justice for AoE heroes? That's what I'm talking about. Can it be blocked? I don't think so. That's what this mechanic... it stacks, man, and we do 0 damage. I mean, we can't control battle skills. Is all I can say is we cannot control battle skills. That's the only thing I can say about that. We can recharge speed penalty him and do more damage when it's down, but it's gonna... Here's the thing. It's gonna be really annoying to look at your heroes and see... First off, we kind of want all of our battle skills on the same timing, right? So that means you want everybody scrolled and you want everybody with the same skill haste. Because we've got a short, you know, with people with different, look at this, 4.9? 4.9 initial, what are these? It won't matter for 4.4, 4.9. Once they start going off of different rotations, it's going to be very hard to get really good damage in there. If they can all have the same exact battle skill every 5 seconds after they cast the battle skill, 5 seconds after, we can do damage. Jeez, man, how do you... We're gonna have to really plan out our timing on this. 5 seconds after all of our battle skills, if they're all going off at the same time, boom, there's our window to do damage. That's when we hit him with ultimates. Or we hit him with the ultimates at the end of the whole cycle, of course, when he takes 100% additional damage. I guess so. I guess we're just gonna have to save our ultimates. If we recharge speed penalty him, where is it? Who has recharge speed penalty in Fire, guys? Fire or Radiant? Besides that one legendary? Well, I'm on the test server. I could use her. She's around here somewhere. Is there not anybody else with a recharge speed penalty for this group? It's got to be. Guess not. Oh, wait, one of these guys, right? We've got decreased attack, remove buffs, reduced ultimate gauge. We can't reduce the ultimate gauge. No, for Fire and Rose. Yeah, Rose is recharge speed penalty on her battle skill and decreased attack. So that would be a really good one to use. And Rose doesn't need accuracy, but we'll still give her accuracy. Where's Rosie at? Rose, and somebody said this girl right here, Phasia, does it as well. Recharge speed penalty for 10 seconds every 20 seconds. Okay, that's nice. Let's bring Rose in for some additional healing.
A chance to try out my new spells. Together all Adenthea's spells and record them in this spellbook. Hey, let's take turns.
Okay, so talk to me about all the gear sets we know about out there. Jorn won't do it. Holdork, I don't think. Ultimate gauge knockback, and we can't use ultimate gauge knockback. Jorn just does decreased attack along with removing buffs, ultimate gauge knockback, but no recharge speed penalty. Plus, he can give us increased defense as a buff, which could come in handy there too. So Jorn could be nice. And then Holdork will remove buffs, decrease attack, but I don't think Holdork does recharge speed penalty, does he? That I can remember. Could be wrong, but I don't think so. This is what we had on... What is this? Defense? Defense? Okay, sure. I don't really care what she has on. We're not trying to get damage out of her. No recharge speed penalty here. Just increase defense of people around you. Probably not the best set because we're going to separate our people so they'll be further apart. But I got to say, the damage really hasn't... Like, us taking damage hasn't been a big thing, right? To summon Blessed Banner? No. We just got to figure it out. I don't think it's going to be hard to beat this boss at all once we figure it out. I bet it's going to be extremely easy. Accuracy, we'll go with accuracy, just in case she doesn't have a buff up or a buff gets removed. And we'll go with enlightenment. She takes enlightenment with accuracy. Okay. Just enlightenment then. There we go. What about this one? Do I have an enlightenment? I do. Man, I wish I had enlightenment on my main account. I've got no enlightenment Moonlight Mantle on my main account. I've been farming all the dungeons now because all my... Like, I've got so many heroes leveled up. I've been farming dungeons like crazy, and Mythic Gear is not dropping. Mythic Gear has been so terrible. All right, I'm going to separate everybody. So I'm going to put a little bit of skill haste on her for her... No, we don't want a skill haste, though, because battle skills. Nah, we'll do all our damage when the boss... At the end of the boss's rotation. That's it. We'll just do all our damage then. Whatever. We'll just do it all at the same time. We're not even going to worry about damage along the way. We can't. Okay, she deals with enlightenment. We've got 211. We need 250 on this boss because we get 50 from our Psyche Core. I think we get 20 from buffs. Let's look at the world buffs and see what we get here. So I'm going to go ahead and put her with that. Instant burner, get her ultimate down a little bit. Where are our buffs? Do we not get our alliance buffs? We do, but we're on the test server, so the test server doesn't have any alliances. What's our current buff right now? Is it 15% additional accuracy for our buff inside the game? Is that what our total overall is? Can we test to be sure? What? Had tried buff prohibition already on the boss to try to block him from getting those buffs? Okay, let's try that too. We'll try that too. We're gonna recharge speed penalty him. We're gonna decrease attack him. We're gonna shield up. We're not worried about damage, so we'll break this lady out. What does buff prohibition? I'm almost 100% sure we can't because it's got the border. Whenever it's got the gold border, it doesn't count as a buff, and you can't block it. You can't remove it. That's what the gold border means. Oh, she does have it. Good call. And we got her for free season 2, right? Where'd she go? We just looked at her. Was she already leveled up? She was already leveled up.
No, I'll handle it. I'll work no plan.
Okay, we need some accuracy with her now. Haste and defense. .303, plenty of accuracy. All right, let's test it out. See what we get. It's gonna fail. What do you mean if it fails? It's gonna fail. We're not gonna block his buffs. We can't block buffs. All right, recharge speed penalties up. We've done our battle skills. He's got 4 stacks right now. We should probably try to remove it and not block it, because we can really see if we remove it. When we're blocking, I mean, it's got to fall off first, right? It's at 7 stacks. We can't. It's at 7 stacks. It wouldn't have gone from 6 to 7 if we were blocking it. It just went to 8 stacks. Okay, it's off now, and it's back up. Yeah. So just know, whenever you see a gold border, even though it's a buff or a debuff as a gold border, you can't block it, you can't remove it. And usually you don't need resistance to apply it. At least that's what I've seen on my Aura girl that applies that. Okay, so now what are we looking at? We're looking at recharge speed penalty. I want to see what kind of seconds we get here. So here's the start of the fight, right? Start of the rotation. Nobody's got a skill up. Oh, we're getting our ultimate gauge knockback too, so we got to be mindful of that. Without buffs, reduce their ultimate gauge by 30%. So we just need to buff up after this right here, so we don't get our ultimate gauge reduced.
Be cleansed by my light.
Okay, bad timing there, Garius. Bad timing, buddy.
Not bad for a prototype.
Okay, so she's no good in here. Shield prohibition is no good. We've got recharge, speed penalty, and now we want to bring in some hitters. Let's bring in some hitters. It's single target damage. Let's get these crappy aura people out of here. Garbage aura, garbage aura. Sorry, you're gone. We could separate our people so they don't take as much damage. And now we can bring in some good single target damage dealers. Which is a shame. It's a shame we gotta go back to single target damage dealers. Man, it's ridiculous.
I'll not allow pests.
All right, total in. Bring in Erich.
You are going nowhere. Other down to ashes.
Then we need a buffer. And shield prohibition. To block shield prohibition and heal block. We could do that, and then we continue. Would we continue our buffs? We would. I mean, she's great for it. You need 6 teams. Yeah, but she would be pretty overpowered for one team. But let's go with a strong one for now, and then we'll try to break it down to a lower rarity, to an epic or to a rare. So let's use her. I mean, I got her on my main account. I use her everywhere. Like legit, I use her everywhere.
For the justice of the
But we got a lot of healing in here. I don't think we need Garius now with Rose and her together. I don't believe we need Garius. What kind of gears he got on? Okay, I hope I have that gear saved.
try my claymore before belittling me.
I don't want to go around messing around with gear. There we go. Man, I can't see anything right now. Nothing. What I'm looking for is not trying to show up. Is it HP? Oh, the horn's not even leveled up. 3,000, huh? Okay, we could try to use horn, but we'd have to have everybody near us, and I don't know if we're really going to try to separate or not for that one hit that we get hit with. We could try to separate. Let's go with defense. No, let's go with enlightenment. I don't know about skill haste though, man. I'm telling you, skill haste, we're going to be in a weird spot with all these different battle skills going off. Like a very weird spot. Or we just wait to do damage when the boss does its ultimate. To where we're doing 100% additional damage. I guess that's just what we're resigned to do.
For the justice of the people of the world.
The max damage is still 200,000, right? 200 million, 200 million, and then after that, 200 million, it goes to where you only do 10% damage, 90% less. Non-dispellable, maybe we should use that. We could, but on who? It's going to be somebody that does a lot of buffs. It has to be somebody that's going to really apply a lot of buffs. But I mean, with her in here, it's pretty easy. Let's set up some skill timings too, since we're doing it this way. We're taking Garius out. We're bringing in these two, and let's bring in 3 DPS like we normally would for a good DPS team. So fire, let's keep it wild. Let's keep it wild, people. We've been playing with wild lately. We could actually go with a wild right here. We've been having some fun with Casper.
The show's about to begin. Fun's the name of the game.
Oh, we could drop it back down to like a... If I want to take 5 hits, 5 hits, 5 hits. We only get 3 hits here for Witch's Remains. I never had a problem with her 3 hits with Witch's Remains though. Who did I just take out?
It's time to battle.
All right, she's geared. She's geared. Total Nan needs gear. Right. We should have all this gear saved, or at least something, like something that's usable. Accuracy of 35. We'll go with that. But we really need the switches to hit, though, at the end of the boss's complete turn. Recharge speed penalty is pretty cool. But I don't know what we're recharge speed penaltying. Sure, we're gonna have more time to get our skills back up in the boss, but we don't even need it, because if we can't do damage to the boss, like if the damage is actually nothing, then we're just waiting for that one window. So we kind of don't even need it. Recharge speed penalty. That's what I'm gonna see in a minute. Accuracy 234. 50, we need 310. 50, we need more than this. Accuracy of 10, accuracy of 14, 22.
Is this your wallet?
Okay, total needs 80% chance to crit, if we can. 110? Really? Why are they all the aerial set? Why don't we have... Why are we doing aerial set? Why don't we have the Emperor set? Here we go. Emperor 1. 65% chance to crit. If we're going to go Emperor set, then we want to preferably attack here just to make sure our attack's higher if we can. 3 crit rate. $73? I feel like that's good enough.
Can I not shoot?
Battling is like playing a musical instrument.
Should we test one set and the other set? Like, there's a good aerial set. Here's the aerial set. Let's test him with the aerial set versus her with the Emperor set and see if we can get a difference here. Or we could let's do the whole team with one and the whole team with the other. That'll be better. See if damage changes. Well, first we got to find out how we're going to do damage to this boss, honestly. All right, Erich, what do you got, buddy? You're rocking a high crit rate. He's got attack gloves. Ah, he's got this. He's got that legendary artifact on. We could do Mana Core or Eyeball. They both do about the same damage. We could bring in the Slingshot with some accuracy. All right, so they're all geared. What's going on? What did I miss? What did I miss while I was doing all this? Yeah, the damage reduction is anytime a battle skill goes off, and we can't turn off battle skills, so we need 230 accuracy on our champions. I think we need 250. It depends on how much the other world gives us. We get 50 from our... We get 90 accuracy from the tree and other world buffs. 50, so we get 30 from other world buffs. 40? 50, what? That would be 90. Okay, if we get 40, then 90 minus 200 and it's 230. Okay, good. 90 minus 320 is 230. 230 for anybody who needs to apply debuffs. We did have that, right? 257. 283, so plenty there, plenty there, plenty there. We're not worried about these two. Damage, damage, damage. Okay. This is melee. This is melee. That's ranged, so we can bring her back, and that's ranged. And we could actually do melee, melee like this. That way they're not next to each other, so we don't take additional damage, if that's an issue. I don't know. I really haven't seen that be an issue yet. And we've got no leader skills, so wheat. Okay. We want to hit the boss at 30. Well, we're going to be recharge speed penalty. I'd have to manual all this because we're doing recharge speed penalty. I don't think recharge speed penalty is necessary if we're just going to go with full damage at the end of the boss's rotation, right? But we did need buffs, didn't I? We were talking about buffs. And is Acelia going to cover all of that? I'd have to manual everything because we have recharge speed penalty. I'd have to manual. All right, we can get this in right now as far as damage goes, just because. Oh, no, we should have waited. We should have waited. We should have waited till the bus fell off. But then we don't have enough time to get our stuff back. Do we have buff? We have buff block up right now. Okay, so now we don't get that knockback, right? But right now is when we need to hit him. Come on, team. The buff came off. All right, let's start that all over again. Yeah, what's going on? Nutslab, thanks, man. Appreciate that. So we need to do Acelia. Yeah, we don't need recharge speed penalty. We need to do her right after this, right? We're getting healed. We're getting healed. We've got... We blocked the buffs. Now we've got a buff up right here, so our ultimate gauge won't be knocked back. Now we hit him with 100% additional damage. But he's got block damage up right now. Are you shitting me? So the whole time, like, the window that we have to do... I don't think this boss is hard. I think they just made it kind of stupid. Are the test servers are the test servers done? Here's the issue, right? We have a window to do damage to a boss. When we have that window open, we could, in fact, have 50% less damage taken and not be able to do 100% additional damage to him. We've got a 5-second window to do 100% additional damage. If we're doing battle skills around that time, we get no damage on it, right? This is a design flaw. All right, she's great. Well, we're going to need decrease attack up, which we haven't been using. She's great to remove, and then now we've got a buff. So we block these, heal block and buff shield prohibition, and we don't get knocked back our ultimate gauge. But right now is when we'd want to hit the boss. Oh, wait. When hitting enemies without buffs, reduce their ultimate gauge by 30%. No. We had a buff up. Unless there's too much lag time on that last ability. I did her move too early, actually. No, we've got a buff up. Wait. What? Oh, it's pulsing? It's pulsing for a whole 5 seconds? Like, what? What's happening there? It's a channel move, so it's happening over a course of longer time frame. Okay, this move right here where we want to block it doesn't cast until a little bit in. Okay, we've got a buff on, so we should not get our ultimate gauge knocked back. Okay, didn't get knocked back, and it looked like our battle skills kind of timed up so we could get that damage in when we needed to. But I don't know if it's going to keep that way. Let's see. We need to take out Rose, though, so we don't have to worry, so we can actually set up skill timing. Oh, look. God. It's so dumb. He got, like, when I tried to hit him with it where he takes 100% additional damage, he had a... People were doing battle skills. What? What are we talking about here, man? It doesn't even make sense. There's a way, if you have no skill haste on all your heroes and they all have the same battle skill, then we can figure out over time when battle skills are going to happen. We definitely do not want recharge speed penalty because it's going to mess everything up. That is not supposed to stack. Well, it is on the test server. I don't know about live server. So I'm not sure. I don't want recharge speed penalty because I want to be able to set up some timing with this stuff. Your heroes can cast at the same exact time. Well, we got to make sure that we get, yeah, they can cast like 1 second after each other or 0.333 seconds after each other, but we got to cast her first to get Witch's Remains, and then a fraction of a second later on, we do the rest. No, it's not live yet. It's not live yet, so we get to talk to the developers about it and see if this is. What's up, Rhapsody? 2:15 a.m. Welcome, my man. I hope you can get some sleep. I blame Rook. So do you think Rook's going to destroy this guy? All Rook teams are already getting the highest score ranking, the highest ranking, right? They had the highest ranking all through the season with the Vortex boss, and then now they've got the highest ranking on still keep their ranking, the same ranking on the Chief Challenges because everybody's running 15 teams, and they'll come into here and they'll be able to get at least one team with insane damage, right? No damage means no corrosion. I don't know about that. I wouldn't be too sure about that, Java. I bet if we do corrosion, I bet it keeps ticking because it's a permanent debuff that stacks over time, and I bet you it keeps ticking, ticking, ticking. It'd be pretty crazy, but you never know. And so here's what we need to do. Let's bring in a decreased attack or another healer. Let's bring back in Garius, right? Garius is clean. He keeps our team easily alive. We don't have to worry about anything else. He's a pretty cheater.
Good.
You've chosen victory. Now she's got Garius's gear on right now. Let's actually switch it back to him.
Only battle can satiate this vessel.
But we've got 65 skill haste. So battle skills are going to go off at different times. I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, really, do I really want to play all these people? Elminster, Adolphus, what's going on with those? Try to run the team that has battle skills that don't do damage. But it doesn't say damage, right? It says just anytime we do it. Oh, damage by a battle skill. You're right. So now we got a whole team of people that don't do damage with battle skills? How are we going to do damage? Okay. I get what you're saying. I like it. It's an awesome idea. Upon taking skill damage. Okay. So Garius does do skill damage here with this knockup. It's not like we ever care about that damage, but he does do damage with it. Obviously, she does damage with hers. She does damage. And then Erich does damage with his. She does not do damage with hers. No, it's an idea. It's a great idea. But I just don't know if this boss is supposed to be this way. 5 healers? 5 healers strong? Let's go 5. Hey, at least you're doing 100% damage all the time, plus 200% damage when he at the end for 5 seconds. Hey, at least you're always doing damage. It's better than doing none, right? Let's put gear back on her and let's roll this and see what we can do. Hey, at least we're getting some damage in there, all right? I had Puppeteer on. No, not Puppeteer. We could use Puppeteer because we're keeping everybody close. That would actually be fine. We'd want Enlightenment substats if we can. All right, if we're gonna group everybody up. No. Where can I put her? Oh, she'll go to... Okay, this is fine. Increased defense 24%. And now we're trying to set up some skills, right? Now that we don't have... All right, the boss is going to do this ability a little bit after 24, though. There's kind of a lag on that, right? Let's go with 25. The boss has a 30-second timer, so at the end of right at 30 seconds, and I believe it's pretty much on point with 30 seconds. We could do 30 seconds. 30.333. Every 30. Erich takes a little time for his stuff to build up, but 30.5 maybe? Let's see if this works. And 30. Garius needs to go. She needs to be at 30. Garius needs to. Well, now with Garius in here, it's not that big of a deal. But she's giving us a buff so we don't get our ultimate gauge knockback, which is really nice. It's what we want. But honestly, anybody could take her spot now because with Garius giving us big ass shields, we don't care about the heal block of 50% and the shield prohibition because we're doing that before the boss activates that. So we can take these debuffs. Like these two debuffs right here, we could take them. But since we have her, let's just let Garius go on default and just start shielding us whenever he wants. Okay, slapped around. We're getting the spores on. We've got no decreased attack, right? But we've got crazy shields. Okay. We've got it. No knockback in our ultimate gauge. We're doing our... We're doing no damage. No damage because battle skills were happening. Bro, are you serious with this? Pure buff team? Like no damage skills or ultimates? No, ultimates are fine. It's just battle skills. This is not... This doesn't make any sense. Like it makes no sense to have a window to do damage to a boss and then you got battle skills going off to where he's not even taking damage then. Look how much damage we've done. We've done 500,000 damage and I think it's bugged. I think it's bugged. Summoners do battle skills too, man. It's not even that the boss is BS. I'm pretty sure it's bugged. Look how much damage we've done over this whole entire thing. It's bugged, man. You can't control battle skills. What? All DPSers have DPS battle skills. All of them. All DPS heroes that do damage all have battle skills that do damage to the enemy. It's not like we have DPSers out here that do massive damage on their ultimates but then just have some kind of like cool ability on their battle skills. It doesn't work that way. This is... I'm pretty sure I'm with everybody that when we do a battle skill, the boss gets one stack of 50% less damage, and that's it. It would just be one stack. It wouldn't keep stacking up to be where we do no damage, you know? Like, I don't think that that's supposed to happen. Like right now, look, we're doing no damage, and it's got 5 stacks on, and we're supposed to be doing 100% additional damage. It just, like, as far as the design of the boss, it doesn't make any sense. You doing 50% less, and you being able to do 100% more, okay. Then we're doing 150% more damage, at least at that point, it's all right. But currently doing 0 damage, it just doesn't even, per the design, makes 0 sense. Yeah, 150% damage reduction. Well, you can see we're doing 0. Look, nothing. No damage numbers right then, with 5 stacks on. I did see some kind of damage number sneak in there. Okay, now we're doing damage because no stacks. How's it? Oh, until he does a skill. All right, it falls off whenever he does a skill. Ah, so we need to do damage to him immediately when he does an ability. That's our window. Yeah, but the stacks go up so quick. Right now, damage. Right now, damage. We can't do our... We've tried. We can't even do our skills that quick before a stack gets... I mean, it's going to happen. Like, right here... Again, people have a little bit of different skill haste, so... So even if I wanted to calculate this to try to not go with battle skill attacks, we're already doing it at 30.33, 30. No, it seems like it knocks off right away. Let's just do it at 30 clean for her to do damage. Let's do this one at 30 point. Like, can we make it even? to where will it go in this kind of increments? Can we get that damage in immediately before any battle skill goes off? Yeah, right here, because right then it drops off. Like whenever the boss has an ability, it drops off until another battle skill activates. So it dropped off right then. We could have timed some moves right at that point. But we're going to time it right now, right at the 30-second mark. Look, they drop off. Boom. He's got a buff on him already. And the window for us to do 100% damage is only 5 seconds. So it's not like it won't drop off again until he does another move. By then that 100% drops off as well. Erich has like a lag time with his, it's a channeled ultimate too, so 29.9. 29.9 and 30. At least we'll get decreased defense up, even if it's not doing any damage, and then maybe we can get in our other abilities. But again, Erich has a long cast time, so you don't want people with long cast times if we're trying to get in that little window. Although I still don't think this boss is working properly. I don't think it's working properly. I really don't. Okay, here we go. Dropped off. Maybe we should do everybody around 29. 29.8, 29.9. It looked like it was okay. We're all doomed. Hey, if everybody can't do damage, only the Rook teams are going to do well, right? Uh-oh. I mean, even if we can do damage in this window, we're still not doing a lot of damage. 29.8. No, this one's 29.8. This is 29.9. It's anytime a battle skill goes off is when he gets a stack. And then they clear anytime he does a skill. So there's battle skills go off all the time that do damage. He gets one up. As soon as he gets to a skill, they get removed. See? He's about to come up to another skill. They're removed. He gets one up right now. He gets another one up. Once he gets to this skill, it's removed. So we're trying to hit him right when they drop off. Boom, they drop off. No, it's too early. And then more get applied. And then those won't drop off until he comes to a skill again, but by then the 100% additional damage is gone. So, yeah, Wolflord, thanks so much for the love, man. Appreciate it. Champions with multi-hits that have the channel timer are boned? Yeah, I guess. I just don't get this, man. Streams too. Hey, man, appreciate it, my man. Wolflord, you're not even playing, are you? You're not even playing Dragonheir, are you, right now, huh? Thank you, everyone. At least you guys will not have any kind of ads. That's always nice. Ultimate triggers the stacks. Anytime he comes to a skill or ultimate, it doesn't matter. It's his abilities. Anytime he hits his abilities, it clears it. So yes, when he gets to that last one, it clears it. But it's not cleared for very long. It's not even cleared long enough for us to get our skills in there because battle skills happen. Battle skills that do damage happen. There's nothing you can do about that. Let's just run out this and see what kind of damage we get. See how funny the damage is here. You quit season 3 after a few? Yeah, it is. And I hope they're going to revamp that. I feel like 15 teams. I feel like even 12 teams. It's too much repetitive stuff. 6 teams for this kind of boss is fine. I don't like how quickly we have to get 6 teams together. I don't agree with that. I think we should have time to fight this boss for a week, once a day, before we have to fight him 6 times so we can get teams prepared. And it's not, you know, there's too many things in this game with chief challenges that you have to do everything on that day. And you just don't have time for that. Nobody has time to spend 10 hours to get all their chief challenges ready in Otherworld that one day. It's smart the way they do it with the chief challenges for the 30 to 60 days, because we fight what, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? No, we fight 3, 4, 5, 6. So we get time to ramp up. We only have to do 3 teams. We only have to do 4 teams, 5 teams the next week, and then 6 teams that week. So that gives us a little time to build up, try out teams, and we don't have to do it all in one day. We've got the whole entire week to work on our teams. But then right away at that 60-day mark, we've got to get all these teams together for the chief challenges, which I guess kind of you could argue that you could get those together while you've been fighting. So that's not too bad. But when you fight this boss, you got to do it all on that day. But too many teams for Otherworld. 13 teams is too many, 15 teams is too many. And then fighting this guy on day 1 and getting 6 teams together is like a 10-hour event. It's your whole day. And you've only got like 6 days to fight this guy. So if you don't do it on that day and take your day off from work, call in sick, and you critique your teams for those 6 days, you're just not able to compete. I don't know if they were on 8. I thought they were on 5 minutes. Weren't they 5 or 6 minutes for those guys? I feel like those bosses were thought out much better. I don't feel like this boss is thought out very good. When we fought the in-game dragon, we used artifacts and we used heroes that did turn meter reduction or turn meter increase to remove a buff from the dragon. Remember? That was pretty unique. That was cool because then we got to bring out the incense burner, we got to bring out the candle, we got to take any heroes that could do an increase in ultimate gauge for our allies or decrease in ultimate gauge to the boss. So we primarily used and built teams around that with some other mechanics that it had. Mechatork had the ability to have all these orbs out, so we needed to do a lot of AoE damage during that time. I can't remember any other caveats that boss had. There was something, but this boss doesn't really have anything. There's these seeds that get put on us that we can't stop, we can't remove, and we take damage after so many stacks get up. Anytime he does damage to us, we take these seeds. You can see them on us. We can't block them. We can't remove them. That's it. There's no mechanic for us to overcome. There's no strategy for us to plan for. You take damage, you take these seeds. Once you have 20 stacks, you take damage again, and every time you take 20 stacks, you start taking higher and higher damage. By 25% it said. No strategy there. No strategy, not a lot of strategy when it comes to what we're doing right here with removing buffs and keeping a buff up. We want to keep a buff up when the boss does its ultimate so we don't get our ultimate gauge knocked back. Okay, fine. That's a strategy. We just need to have a buff up. We don't even really have to worry about heal prohibition or shield prohibition if we get massive shields up right at that time. Or we could just cleanse after that. So a cleanser and a buffer. Like right at this point. Cleanse, buff. Or cleanse for decreased defense. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying? Like the other ones had some cool mechanics. I hope this is a bug. I do too. And we need to tell them over in content creator chat all about this. Otherwise, it's not going to be fixed by the time we fight him. So there's even if it's not a bug and we do 50% less damage to the boss whenever we do a battle skill, there's still not a lot of strategy or cool, interesting strategy like we had with the incense burner and the candle. One hero is gonna have just the 50% up. How are we gonna do just a one-man healer DP Sonaro? Just a one-man Sonaro team? He's gonna shield himself. Or he's gonna well, we could put shields on him. We could have Sonaro with some shields in there too. We could shield himself, heal himself, decrease attack the boss, take no damage sometimes. And that's it. Sonaro all day. Maybe this is like a break for us to strategize for what? 1 DPS, 1 healer. I still don't think we'd get much more damage, would we? Nah. Was that the full time? Was that it? Is that, what is that? Is that 140 million? What the hell is that? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's 140 million. That's 140 million. So we got 5.6 million. So we stayed alive the whole entire time, right? Oh, JR's here. Other people are here. Look, everybody's hanging out. I'm pretty sure this is not supposed to stack. It just... Let me take a screenshot. $5 billion, great job. I'm almost there, man. I can't even get like rewards. What's the support from Mechatork? You mean the little balls that came out, or whatever we needed to do for Mechatork? I don't remember what we did special for Mechatork. There was something in there. I mean, we had a window to do all the damage to the orbs, and then any debuff we put up on him or the orbs went to both. I can't remember anything special else that we did there. I'm close, right? Handsome Lang said I'm close, almost to 140 million. Right? Went over 200 million. So when dealing damage, anytime he does damage to us, we get these stacks up. Undispellable stacks. Reaches 20 stacks, dispels all of them, and we take necrotic damage that increases by 25%. This is fine. I really don't get it though, because there's no strategy here. There's no get some healing and remove a rust poison stack, get a turn meter increase and remove a rust poison stack, get a buff and remove a rust poison stack. There's nothing here for us to think about and try to overcome here. It's just that, hey, you get 20 stacks. We don't know when we're going to get, well, we could calculate when we're going to get 20 stacks because we take 3 hits. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, but I think we get additional hits here if we're near each other. Okay, this is definitely why we need to separate here. Let's look at this 24-second mark and see if we get multiple stacks there. We should actually, if we're not separated. If we don't keep everybody away from each other. Although we went the whole entire time and we didn't die, right? All right, let's see. Right at the 24-second mark. Are we about to get like a crazy amount of stacks?
Pull yourself together.
It went from 6 to 10 and some people with 9. So it went to 10 stacks. Such a clown show. I don't know what's going on. We're all asking every day about an update. 3, what was it? 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6. Yeah. We definitely all had 6 by the time we got to the 24 mark. So if it's hitting multiple people, then some people went to 10 because they had others around them. So we would definitely want to make this only be 7. But this will be 11, right? 11 by the time he does a full rotation if we have everybody separated. And that's kind of hard to do if you have a lot of melee. Like I can't bring in this much melee and have everybody separated. You just can't separate melee like that. So our girl up at Thea at the top right should only have 11 stacks at the boss's ultimate, and Eric should only have 11 stacks. The other Garius will have more. Garius will have the most stacks, right? There's 6 on everybody. Here we go. Should only be 7 on those 2 that are by themselves. 7. Then we've got 9 over here and 8. And then we're supposed to get hit so many times here to make it 11, right? 4 times. 11 on Erich. There we go. 11 on Erich, but 12... I guess only 12 on Garius. That's not bad. So 20 stacks would be at a rotation and a half when we get here. I mean, what are we supposed to plan on? Like, what's the strategy? What are we supposed to strategize when 20 stacks are coming up? So 2 full rotations for 20 stacks. There we go. We're about to get hit multiple times for a full rotation, and we're going to get a lot of damage done to Acelia because she's at... They're at 19. There we go. So we want to heal and have shields up by then, or we want to have decreased attack up by then? 200. You want to get a Rook right now? The strat is to spend 500 helo to get Rook. Man, even if we had Rook, let's look at periodic damage. Let's see what burn damage does. Let's see what maybe this boss is all about doing burn damage, poison damage. We're talking about poison stacks, ladies and gents. We're not talking about bringing in Lothair to do massive damage or somebody else. We're talking about the actual poison dot that has never been good with damage. Corrosion damage ticks, poison ticks, burn ticks. We're talking about all that kind of stuff that has never been good. Does it eat through that? Will it still tick when we have 3 stacks of no damage taken? Let's find out. Yeah, that's what this boss is all about. I'm telling you right now. How much damage? How much full damage did we do? I should have saved my team. That would be cool. That would be cool, but I don't think that's going to happen. That would be very cool, but I do not believe that's going to happen. I'm going to do a broken team because I don't feel like messing with our survivability. Eli won't be the... maybe not. Maybe just derivative damage. Maybe this boss just gets eaten up by derivative damage. Hey, thanks again for all the subs, my man. Appreciate that. Then you won't have to worry about ads. Wolflar is saving all of you guys. Yeah, if you missed what we were saying, we were talking about debuffs. Maybe going through that damage reduction, which we're going to see in a minute, and maybe derivative damage. It shouldn't. It's saying it's not taking damage, so I assume it's not taking damage. You know, every time I see this, it looks just like poop. You see that little tentacle up at the top, very top right here where my cursor is? I just keep seeing like poop whirling around. That's all I see. Non-stop. It just comes back and there's this poop. The poop monster. So we'll get him for poisons. We'll set him up to... I think he's already got the runes we need to get 70 additional... To be 100% uptime, right? For him, he's got 20 seconds. We need to bring it down to 15 seconds. So we just need one more. We need some more accuracy for sure. Okay, we got enlightenment on him. We got HP because we got to have high skill haste. We can't really be picky with that. And we need some more skill haste here. With accuracy, I guess. These dang poop monsters. You cannot see the poop now. I know. Every time you see it, I'm telling you. Watch. Accuracy of 47. Very nice. So we're at our 2. We only needed 230, right? Is all we needed? Oh, we were overboard. Well, we don't have any bonuses right now. I don't have 40 additional accuracy from the alliance bonus because nobody played this boss. So really, I'm only getting 260 plus 50. So we're still a little bit short. But we've got enough to keep him 100% uptime to keep poisons up. All right, who else is going to help us apply poisons? Poisons. Oh, Dinch? All right, let's do that. He's my favorite guy to apply poisons for a rare. He'll do some poisons.
Somebody is about to suffer. Don't see me.
He just said somebody's about to suffer, so we know it's about to go down. Dinch is not playing around. Okay, what else do we need? We need accuracy, right? Lots of accuracy. No, I'm not even worried about trying to make him tough with a whole bunch of accuracy or anything. I'm just 203 is not enough though. $246. That should no, 246 plus my 50. That won't be enough either. Was that for real? 49 accuracy already on him? 50. What is this serious? How can he only be at...
Let me see.
I feel like this isn't right. Yeah. It was lying to me. I hate that. I hate that visual bug whenever you're trying to do gear. Very annoying. Okay, that'll be enough. I'm just going to leave her in there just so they'll have a 3-team bonus. I don't know. Spread these two out.
Is this your wallet?
Okay, maybe we're not going to leave her in there. Let's go with... decrease attack with Sigrid? Yeah.
Wine, crowds, and apples. I detest them all.
There's nobody to kill to get her ultimate gauge up. Or do anything sweet. Oh, does he have... Oh, I thought Twitch had gear on him there, it looked like for a minute.
Prostrate yourself at my feet.
What did she say? Straight yourself at my feet? What? Accuracy? No. She does a percentage of her overall attack, so we'll go with high attack with her. Oh, we don't need accuracy for this, right? For corrosion, we don't need accuracy. We're just doing damage, straight up damage. Passive ability? Yeah, 20% additional passive ability.
As a monarch myself.
Okay, what skill times were we doing? $25 and then free? What's happening? It seems like it's bugged. Damage reduction stacks. You can't get any damage on 2 stacks. Yeah, I know. It's crazy, right? Morning. What's going on? Tiny dog in the house. Twitch is great for poisons. He is. He wasn't geared right now, but I'm kind of bringing in a couple poisons and then we're bringing in corrosion too, just to see if it stacks through.
Everything shall be rectified.
See if it stacks through the damage reduction. Now it shouldn't, right? But this is why we got to test stuff out. It should still be ticking and trying to do damage, but it shouldn't do damage if it says that it takes 50% less damage. Correct? Is what you would assume. But we never know. We never know what's really going to work or not. Yeah, I would say bugged for sure. I would say bugged. All right, we got some poison up. I don't see any like green colors of the poison going off. So no, I'm assuming no damage is going to be done right now. Obviously afterwards, you know, when there's not stacks up. Yeah, okay, so nothing's getting through. Is it getting through? 2 stacks. I see a tick. I think corrosion's getting through. I don't think poison's getting through. It'd be so busted if corrosion is the only thing that gets through. Oh my god. He's got three stacks on right now. She did no damage on that ultimate. I see something barely stacking. Like I'll see him have 6 damage reductions up, and I'll see something barely doing, like that white number right there. I'm pretty sure that's corrosion. Poison's not working, but corrosion's working. Oh my god, are you kidding, man? Let's double check this. It's hard to tell, and we're at 1x speed, and it's still hard to tell. See that 1200 that keeps... See that 1200 that keeps going? No, corrosion I don't think is green damage, is it? What's the 1200 then? Poison's green damage for sure. Big surprise, right? Everything works for Rook. Big surprise there. When aren't they broken OP? It's all about Rook, man. Or even corrosion, I guess, in general. How many corrosion teams can we make for this boss? If that's the case. Okay, we need to take out poison then and just bring in corrosion to verify our findings, right? We definitely are not doing any green poison numbers when there's damage reduction. We can tell that for sure. Once there aren't any damage reductions on, like he's about to take a turn now, we'll see poison tick. We'll see something green happen. There it is, 22,000. 22,600. Now, she's not doing damage on her... Sacredia is not doing damage on her abilities when their stacks up, but I still see something white ticking, though. You got 2 corrosion teams for this boss? 15% from the boss that even if you have 100% effectiveness? Oh, yeah, I hate that. I do hate that. What's up, Starlight? Oh, the damage per hero. That will tell us? Well, it's not ticking very heavy. I mean, look at our boy over here doing the poisons. Dinch is doing pretty good. The same with Sacredia. But they're both doing terrible. Where it's 800,000. I mean, they're both doing miserable. I just want to know if corrosion is really ticking through. Like, what is ticking for 2,000 right now? Now, poison's pretty nice because whenever the window to do damage is up, it's gonna do damage. Like whenever the window is there, it's gonna tick for damage. That's nice, I guess. Yes. Okay. Could you imagine bringing in Lothair and you blow up the poisons, right? And then like all 2 stacks get applied right away, and Lothair does 0 damage. Lothair is going to do good here if you can get in between, like if you can gauge it and then like boom, do massive amount of damage, sure. Especially at 100% additional damage, he's going to destroy it. As long as there's no battle skills going off that do damage. 2 minutes, less than 1 million? Right, so we're doing far less damage than we did with the other team. Aren't we? I think we are doing far less damage. I still see that 2,000 is still going off though. Change the timing, do only 1 ultimate each. For what now? Because ultimate doesn't do anything to the boss. What do you mean? Do only 1 ultimate at each boss skill? What do you mean? Oh, for my people that I have on right now, these guys? They're not. I mean, Dinch isn't really doing a lot of ultimate damage. Sacredia could be doing decent ultimate damage, I guess. She just got in there right now, so she's doing ultimate. She's doing okay ultimate damage. Each boss is the best timing for any team. I agree. Because when we try to get all 3... Well, if we don't have to worry about which is remains, we can have them all go off at the same time. We can have them all go off at 29.9 seconds or 27.9. 0.2 before it says that it's supposed to do a skill. Okay, Corrosion. Let's see if Corrosion was actually stacking.
Poison eats at enemy's life force and erodes their souls.
Who's another ranged Corrosion? I don't want to bring in any more melee. Oh, she's ranged. Let me bring her back. Okay.
All set. Who's the target?
Ultimates also trigger damage reduction stacks? No, they don't. Only battle skills do. No, you cannot turn off battle skills and you cannot time them. If we could time them, no, they do. JR saying that ultimates? Well, I've never noticed the ultimates do that. No, ultimates are not doing that. We were doing 3 ultimates back to back to back and we had no damage reduction up there. If you're saying ultimates do it. What am I rereading? What's up, JR? How's it going? What am I rereading? Which one? What's going on? Passive for mini skill? What am I missing here? Try with Rook. Let's see if it... Try with Rook. We'll try with Rook in a minute. Because it'll be up for 10 seconds. That would be a good idea, Starlight. To do the damage, to do Witch's Remains at the point, you know, 0.2 before his ability, and then do the rest of theirs right then too. Ultimates trigger it, and the damage reduction goes up before the damage on abilities. I haven't seen ultimate trigger it at all. It's the passive. What passive? I haven't seen ultimates trigger it at all. We know battle skills do. 1 stack of undispellable solidity, 50% less damage taken when the monster, upon taking battle skill damage, right? But I've never seen it do with the ultimate, so that's not true. We've been testing this for a long time today. Skill damage. No, battle skill damage. It's never happened on an ultimate. Does not say battle skill. I've never seen it happen on ultimate. It says right here. Which one? Hold on, let me see. Skill damage. Upon taking skill damage, remove 1 stack after the boss. So skill damage, not battle skill. Was it doing an ultimate? Okay, let's check it then. Let's Sacred has got some gear on. So battle skill and ultimate. So whoever said that earlier was right. Do Witch's Remains. I think it's bugged. JR, don't you think it's bugged? I think it's only 50%. It's not supposed to be stacks at 50%. I think it's severely bugged. Turn off his ultimate, and do her own ultimate.
Pull yourself together.
1 stack up right now?
Become my minion or die.
I guess it is. Evelius and... Why? Evelius and Shoutar? Because they don't do damage? They activate their ultimate, but they're not doing damage? But then somebody else has to do damage after that.
Pull yourself together.
We already... Yeah, I just see that it's all skills. But what somebody said earlier was really smart about it. They said that we could do Witch's Remains, say like at this ability right here. And then Witch's Remains would be on for 10 seconds. And then we could do an ultimate on this ability right here. About Dauntless, what's going on? Dauntless is all basic attacks. Oh, Dauntless abilities are all basic attacks. So we're going to make 6 Dauntless teams? Basic attacks. Yeah, still that doesn't make... That's a good idea. That's a great idea. But we're not going to make 2 corrosive teams because is Corrosion going through it then? I think this boss is broken. This boss is broken. He's not supposed to get multiple stacks. Yeah, they would not design a boss that you only use that you use Dauntless teams only and Corrosion teams only. No. The boss is not supposed to get additional stacks of 50% damage reduction. I don't believe that. Yeah, great workshopping. I believe with Dauntless, that sounds amazing. But Corrosion going through damage reduction is busted in itself.
Pull yourself together.
Right? I don't have 6 Shaltars, right? Yeah, it doesn't make sense. They need to fix this boss before it goes global launch, for sure. Shaltar's great. Does it count as, well, it'd be derivative damage from other heroes that are doing their basic attacks, so that would work. Right. We haven't brought in the rest of the corrosion to test it out yet. Yeah, JR, we know. We saw it going through. Yeah, we saw it going through with her, so that in itself leads me to believe that this boss is broken. First off, you don't have all damage types not do damage, and then one damage type can do damage. Broken. Automatically broken. Then we can only do damage with Dauntless, who do basic abilities. Broken. There's something severely going on here. Something really wrong. Something is seriously... No, we're not talking about skill damage is going through... Corrosion damage is going through the bosses taking no damage, right? Poison isn't. We already tested poison. Poison is not going through it. Poison ticks will not continue to go when the boss is taking 0 damage. But corrosion is ticking, right? So let's test it with burn right now. Let's test it with something like burn and see if burn will continue to do damage. Rook is the Rat King. We're not talking about getting the debuff up. We're talking about when there are multiple debuffs up. Say there's 3 debuffs up that says he's not taking any damage, right? 150% less damage. No, he won't take damage from poison. Even if there's 40 stacks of poison, which we had on him, he won't take damage from it, but he still will take damage from corrosion ticking. Right? That's a broken mechanic. Are you talking about Sacred Dia because she does it as a passive? That doesn't matter. It's a debuff. No matter how my debuff is going up or corrosion is going up. So you're telling me that Sacred Dia is the only one out of corrosion that will continue to do damage to him because she's doing it on her passive? Yeah, that doesn't work either. That's broken. This boss is so broken. I hope they don't let him go live like this. This is going to be really weird. If it's a passive, JR saying that if it's a passive, the damage goes through not taking damage, right? If this is a passive ability doing damage to the boss, then that would mean that something like her damage,
Follow my lead.
even with 3 stacks, 4 stacks, 5 stacks, would still do a lot of damage, right? Because this is her passive right here doing this with the whelp. So when we see nobody else doing damage, this is supposed to do damage is what JR is saying right now. But again, broken. Like it shouldn't do damage through it, and there shouldn't be multiple stacks of 50% less damage taken. It should definitely be like definitely be not like that. I don't think the stacks are supposed to stack up. I think there's something wrong here. Let's see if even she does.
I'll not allow pests to disturb the order.
Let's see if she does damage or not with her passive through the debuffs, through the buff. He does a little bit of derivative damage when there's a poison applied on his passive, right? Yeah. Guys, we're not looking for stuff like this. This is a broken boss. There's something extremely wrong with this boss. It's not. We'll try it, but we need to talk to the devs about this boss before they bring him out because it's extremely broken. Even Sacred Dia going through that with her passive is still only pulling off a little bit of damage. Like nobody's done this boss yet and come up with a legitimate team to even get close to multiple millions, 140 million. There's something severely wrong here. That don't do damage. There are a lot of people that don't do damage on their battle skills, like Acelia here. But you can't bring in a whole team of people that don't do damage with their battle skills. Again, I know we're brainstorming, and I'm glad we're brainstorming, but I guarantee you this is a broken thing. Only Dauntless, right? Only Dauntless because they're basic abilities. So, yeah, we definitely need to talk to them about this. But they're not really receptive to much. Like, they're not very... I mean, Frank says, okay, I'll give your information. Thanks for that feedback, and that's it. All we ever get is this guy, Frank, saying, thanks for your feedback. Other than that, we really don't get any interaction with them. Yeah, it's definitely not intended. I mean, you can tell it's not intended. None of this stuff's intended. There are some serious issues going on right now that we've got. Don't we have 12 days on the live server, I think?
The very day I sensed the god of rebirth, I handed over what remained of my life. Such erudition.
I can't level up anything special. I'm just going to put some attack on her. A whole bunch of attack. Oh, that's HP with attack. What's something... I'll go with enlightenment chest piece. We're just gonna see. We're not trying to get like max damage out of her. We're just trying to see if she's gonna do damage. Where is enlightenment? No enlightenment chest piece out of 50. Okay. Enlightenment. Derivative damage dealt. Okay, this will work. Attack percentage. And attack.
Perceive. Can I not shield the queen from her woes? The very day I sensed the god of rebirth,
Only passive abilities doing damage? Alright, we'll give her the Harpy Nail like we had on Sacredia. Let's see what happens. Second phase of the world. Maximum, we have more. What's going on? Oh, we have 7 days left. 7 days until we fight this boss. They need to get on this quick. This would be such a shit show if it goes like this, right? All right, how can we tell?
everything belongs to me.
How can we tell if Flora's doing her pass like their dragon damage? I've never even played this girl before. Let me see when somebody does a wild proc if she like the dragon does an animation or something.
Pull yourself together. Emperor's blade, never rest.
Those little fire bolts, was that a battle? That was a battle skill though, right? Oh, that meteor?
Everything belongs to me.
Anybody know what Flora's is? Yeah, right? From the tentacle?
Pull yourself.
I was just trying to see if her passive damage would do damage to the boss when it's got stacks up. Like nobody's like the boss is not taking damage right now, right? None. You saw that when Total Nan did her ultimate. Let's get some skills into her. Every time an ally launches a successful wild, the familiar will launch a fireball at the allies. So this is what we're looking for. We're looking for this to do damage. Yeah, well, that's for max damage. I'm not trying to get damage based off of this. You guys are talking about getting damage based off of her ultimate ability like you normally would. I'm not even worried about that. We're not trying to get, because if she does her ultimate and then they do their ultimates and their stacks up, it's still no damage. I mean, no damage is no damage, right?
Hunger and thirst.
We're not trying to show what kind of damage she can do. We know she can do a lot of damage, like a massive amount of damage with a lot of wild procs on the ultimate. But this ultimate will still do 0 damage. What JR was trying to say is that people with passive abilities, which I don't even know if that's true yet because we haven't tested enough people with passive abilities. We just know that corrosion with Sacredia is going through, right? It's passive corrosion damage, which still should not go through. So I'm just trying to see if this. So I need to look for a little fireball. I think it was a pretty big fireball, actually. And I need to see if it pops damage when the boss would normally not take damage. No, I think it's those little ones, right? No? Again, we're not worried about that. We're not worried about the ultimate. We're not worried about any of that stuff. We're looking for that fireball right there, I think. I think that fireball right there, too. And there's a huge fireball that comes out sometimes. There's too much crap going on, right?
Pull yourself together. Everything belongs to me.
I don't know. It's not as easy to tell. Sacredia, you can even just turn off her ultimate, let Sacredia every half second, like, proc corrosion damage and see it tick. Those are big fireballs. No, they're not doing damage. So is it confirmed yet that all corrosion is going through the boss, or only Sacredia corrosion going through the boss? Small King, what's up? What's supposed to be intended? The boot monster? I don't think it's intended. I think we're only supposed to have one stack of 50% less damage taken. I don't think any of this is intended at all. The mechanics of the boss, sure, but anything else to where we're like nobody's doing damage on this boss, I don't think it's intended. I'm pretty sure it's only supposed to be one stack of 50% less damage taken, and that would be it. I didn't see it. I didn't see her. Like when I looked at the fireballs going and the boss had stacks up to take no damage, I didn't see it doing damage as far as the passive goes. So I don't think that saying that passives do damage is accurate yet. What's another one we can look at for a passive damage dealer? We were talking about Eli. Maybe if we brought Eli in by himself, it'd be easier to see. Okay, we need some accuracy. He's the only person here for poison. And it's every time he does damage. So we'll be able to see the white number pop up. Like anytime he does damage at all, maybe he won't do any damage, but we'll still see this white number fly out. And that'll be his derivative damage from his passive, if that is the case. But I could swear I didn't see it happen with our other girl. So let's try it out. Oh, we got less people doing skills, though. No damage taken there, but there's no poison debuff up. That would have been a really good time. Okay, right now, there's a poison debuff up, but he can take damage, so 50% less. Come on, somebody else do a move. We don't have enough people. I need more people doing their skills. I didn't test the rest of Corrosion. I don't know. Did JR test the rest of the Corrosion guys, or just only Sacredia like we did? Because we saw Sacredia doing it, but I don't know if he tested anybody else. I just need some other people that are kind of geared. Who were we playing recently that was geared? He's got gear. I just need people doing their moves. You're doing some summons? Oh, you're trying to level up some artifacts? Okay, no damage for anybody right now. Right? Let's get a poison debuff up. Come on. Eli, do your thing. Battle skill? Did it hit? Is he booked? Okay, there's a poison. It'll be easy to see because no other damage will be going on. Like right now. Perfect. Nope. No passive damage going on there too. So that's debunked. JR, passive damage passive damage is not working. It's only Sacredia with her corrosion if it's only Sacredia. I didn't test the other corrosion out. And if that's the case, then it's obviously it's still a bug. Filto's no good for the same reason. First beam will stop the damage from the rest of the beam. Could. Like Erich doing his move, since it's a channeled move, it's going to put up a stack of decreased damage, and then the rest of his attacks are going to do either 50% less or none. Probably none if you got a whole team of 5, which would make a lot more sense, I'm sure. None for him.
All set. Who's the target?
Okay, let's not bring her in. We know Sacredia can do it, so let's not bring her in. Let's bring in Durango and Whisk. That should be good enough to see if they hit through it all. I don't even care what I throw on. We're just going to do damage to the boss. So all we have to do is do damage. Corrosion will be applied based off the damage we do, and we'll be able to see if it works.
Few know of me. For the ones that do, are mostly dead.
Playtesters, they do. They need playtesters severely. They really do. I mean, I think the only problem here is again the debuff is stacking up, because it's at 2 stacks right now, and I believe the debuff should only ever be at 1 stack, right? No matter what. That's what I think they intended. Now, I don't know. Who knows for sure? It looks like corrosion's still ticking, so it's not a Sacredia thing. It's just corrosion. So corrosion goes through everything, huh? Nice. Poisons that tick don't work. We need to go test burns now, and we need to, and then corrosion's like the only thing that eats through the boss, even when it's taking no damage. Sweet. As long as we have testing burn. Okay, let me know. Let me know if burn works. So as long as you have Rook do his ultimate right on, which is easy to time. Doesn't even need decreased defense up. Just have Rook do his ultimate at any time the boss takes a skill right up here. So if that's 18 seconds, you just have him fire off at 18 seconds or 17.9, whatever it is. And Rook will do a massive amount of damage. You don't have to worry about a thing. That's it. Just time Rook. And Rook's on a 20-second cooldown. So time him for 20 seconds right when the boss, or 24 seconds when the boss doesn't move. And then whatever would be next after that. Maybe you can get him at the next 18, and then maybe you can get him at 24 again. Whatever you can set it up to for Rook, and Rook is fine. I mean, Rook would be fine anyways, to be honest with you, because it doesn't matter that Corrosion still procs when nobody is taking damage. That doesn't matter. Corrosion... Well, it's harder to apply Corrosion, so Rook isn't going to do as much damage. That is a problem. We have to do damage as a Corrosion, like these 2 Corrosion people I have out right now. They have to do damage to actually make Corrosion viable. So Sacredia is going to be really good with that, with her passive against this guy, to get up Corrosion for Rook, for sure. Because she'll constantly be able to try to apply damage to get that Corrosion number high. And that's what we need. We need a really high Corrosion number for Rook to really do damage at all. So it's going to take a while before Rook really starts to pop off, because our guys aren't doing damage. Unless Sacredia over that time, that 0.5 seconds, she can slip in and keep doing Corrosion damage to the boss, get it high enough to where Rook can really take advantage. Still much easier than anybody else we've seen. No, Corrosion still ticks, but it doesn't matter. I mean, like, who cares? You still got to do damage to get up Corrosion damage. The boss is busted, guys. I don't even, like, I feel like it's so dumb. So what are we going to do? What? 5 teams? Oh, you're talking about Dauntless? Thunderbolt? I doubt Thunderbolt or Burn will deal damage. I doubt they will either, and it still wouldn't matter. Even if they tick damage, just like Corrosion's ticking damage, it still doesn't matter. It's not enough damage. Especially with Corrosion, because these guys have to do damage to actually put Corrosion stacks to keep building it up. It's going to be more maybe than other people, and then if you bring in Rook, yeah, it's going to get the damage we need. Sacredea is nice because she's constantly trying to do it. Every half second's a lot, so we get a lot of damage in there to eventually build it up. But not enough to even get like the next tier or the next tier. This is the opposite of what we meant. It's not even hard though. It's not like this. I don't like it because it's not like, again, there's nothing to overcome. We're not fighting a boss with strategy right now. We're trying to work around like a bugged system. We're not trying to really, like, the strategy would be do your ultimates right at 18 seconds, right at 24 seconds, right at 30 seconds. Like say we kept it this way. The strategy would be to do your ultimates right at those seconds. And hopefully nobody did a battle skill at the same time that did damage. And just try to get your ultimate damage in there and get, you gotta, like, why would you program a boss that has a 5-second window to take 100% additional damage and you can't even have everybody hit then? That's a little bit weird, right? It's very weird. You can have one person hit for full damage, and then it looks like after that you could have 2 other people hit for 50% less damage if only one stack was possible. But then you'd have 100% more, so it'd be 150% additional damage to that boss during the 5-second window. But to give a boss a 5-second window to take 100% additional damage, and only one person can hit at full damage, and then other people can maybe hit at 0 damage, obviously that doesn't seem like it was meant to be that way, right? It just, and again, there's no cool mechanic to this. There's no bring in, like, first season was really cool, right? With the incense burner and with the candle. Anytime you did it, or heroes that did a turn meter increase or a turn meter decrease, we removed the buff from the boss. We don't have that. If this had something in here to where we do something special, again, like I said earlier, gain a buff, maybe then we remove a buff from him. If we do something, we remove a buff and keep him from, or we put up a, if we do something special, we put up a block debuffs buff on him, but a gold one that can't be removed, one that doesn't count as a debuff, and what stops him from getting any of those buffs on. So if we had something cool like that, like we bring in a specific hero that there aren't a lot of, say we do heal block on him, or we get 2 buffs up on every hero, then it puts up a debuff up on him to where he cannot take that debuff any longer. Then we plan around it. We use different heroes to plan around it. And we do something smart with it. This just seems like it's not even thought out. Or it is thought out, but it's not working properly, right? Don't they have their own test server, though? You know what I mean? I got you with that. Yeah. That makes sense, right? Put up Witch's Remains that lasts for 10 seconds and have somebody else hit the ultimate at 29.9. I'm with you on that. But still, I don't think that that's what it's supposed to be. And even then, it's 2 people doing damage, right? When weak, but he still did shit. Right. JR, I'm pretty sure we can see that. But when is somebody going to tell them over in content creator chat? Because I haven't said anything. Oh, you did 8 million? Nice, man. Almost there. Almost there. 8 million damage. When is somebody going to tell them in content creator chat? There's no reason that dude does 8 million. He's a powerhouse. Single target damage and AoE damage. Ash does insane damage. Whenever I did a hierarchy tier list of damage dealers, he does insane damage, right? Even with just him applying burns, it doesn't matter. More burns, the better, though. Yeah, so I'm not bring out the torches. I'm just concerned that it's going to go live this way, and then it would just make it would make people want to leave when it's not a good time to have things going on like this, right? Right now, we've been delaying events. We've been saying that there's a 99-cent selector box for Season 2, Season 3 for the last 4 months. The next event, we're going to give you this 99-cent selector box. It's been so long, a lot of people have forgotten about it. They keep pushing back the mid-season event. They keep pushing back the Dungeons & Dragons stuff. We don't know anything about that yet. Not a bad thing because the company was bought out. There's a lot of things in transition, and stuff is going to get much better once we can get past this hurdle. But on top of that, you don't want to bring in a poop monster right here at the top. If you guys haven't seen it, you'll never be able to think different again. Look at it. The poop at the top. The swirling poop monster. Yeah, thanks, man. You know, you don't want this to launch this way. If you do have people that are on the fence, that feel like that their time is being wasted, they come up and fight this boss for the end of the season, and it's just absolutely miserable. They're not gonna appreciate that, and they might be like, okay, this is my last season. I'm not gonna fight this boss. I'm just done. I'll come back next season and do some summons, and that's about it. Seems no good because it's 2 hits. So right there, you're blocking all. You're doing like 50%, and then you're blocking all of it. At least 50% on that second hit. Well, they should, right? And that's how we got Rook nerfed a little bit, right? Rook was doing insane amount of damage on the test server when they gave us Season 3 test server to be able to test all of those out and do summons before it went live. And then they saw the results and they were like, okay, we need to nerf Rook, and they did, but then they didn't let us play test the nerf again. So he went live and he's like crazy overpowered. You got everybody else and you got Rook that's like insanely high. He could be 5% better than everyone else. That's fine. But right now he's just like leagues above everybody else. And that's not good. That's not good for the longevity of the game. And the reason why he went live that way is because they didn't give us the fix and say, okay, test him out now. Let us know what you think. They just put it onto the live server because they didn't have a lot of time. And right now I feel like they don't have a lot of time. Now this could be just a bug going on the test server. That happens all the time. We could have the test server just not functioning properly, maybe. And then once it goes live, we'll see the actual real boss mechanics, you know? That could be a thing. You think it'll be fixed by the time it comes out? I'm hoping that it's just a test server bug, which we do get quite a bit. Things are different on the test server than they are on live. And if they would have seen this and changed it, then hopefully live is good, right? I hope live is good. Oh, you posted something about it? Yeah. I put underneath your comment, I said, yes, please don't let this boss go live broken. Hopefully they understand what I'm saying there. Broken state? I don't know. Whatever. Please don't let this boss go live in this broken state. Okay. So maybe they'll do something. Yeah. Okay, I posted right underneath you in CC chat. I'm sure Gorax has been testing some stuff on here too. I see that somebody else is standing next to me. I don't know who that daft person is. I don't even know who that is in content creator. Oh, I see it over there. Yeah, I still don't know who that is though. Okay, maybe they'll do some fixes, but that's it, guys. 8 million in 5 minutes? Yeah, it's much less for a lot of other heroes. Can't wait to try it out yourself. Yeah, nut slap, it'll be fun. I really don't think that in the interim time that they're going to fix the test server. I really don't think they're going to come in here and fix the test server unless it really is messed up live. Maybe then they'll do something on the test server and then they'll do it also for the live server, but I'm not sure. We'll see. Has a video out. He has a video out about this boss, about it's here, but I don't think he has a video out. Burn exclusive. I don't think he's got a video. Does he have a video talking about how broken the boss is? I don't know if he played it. I think he just saw it live, so he got a video out before anybody else and said, hey, here's the boss and here's its skills. I don't know if he went over like how it doesn't seem like it's done properly, you know? Just that it's hard, right? But it's not really hard. It's broken. There's a difference between hard, right? Hard would be I don't have the appropriate heroes to be able to tackle this boss with 6 teams because this boss requires something special, which a lot of bosses do, right? You don't want it just to be a tank and spank. You don't want to just throw in any team and just see what kind of damage you can do. You want it to have something to where we come in here with some specific heroes that have some kind of special abilities, and your account might not have enough of those, or you might not have enough support for it, you know, making it difficult that way. But if you have a roster like we do, which here on the test server, we have access to all heroes, if you can't bring in a team to get even 90% to the objective, then there's something wrong. Now, I would say that we just don't know the trick yet. If I saw that there was something in here as some kind of trick that we needed to overcome. Normally, I would say that, right? I would say we just need to figure out what we need to do to overcome this. But from looking from what we've played today for 2 hours now, that we do a skill, he takes 50% less damage. He's putting up these rust things. We've already talked about how there's no strategy for this. We just take damage. Here, we just take damage. We're not even worried about decreased defense. The boss doesn't seem to hit that hard. We're not worried about buff prohibition. Really haven't been worried about this heal reduction or shield prohibition. So not a lot of weird things we need to get done. We do want some buffs up by the time the boss does its ultimate if we're worried about this ultimate gauge knockback, which we would be if we were taking advantage of the 100% additional damage that happens for 5 seconds. If we don't have a buff up when the boss does its ultimate, we're going to get knocked back 30% 4 times. So you're not going to have enough time then to get back to your ultimate in 5 seconds. So there would be a strategy here to definitely have a buff up so that we can then whack this guy to take 100% additional damage. But who cares? Because even if we get our ultimate gauge knocked back, we probably can't do full damage on him anyway. So right now, I mean, it's not really 6 times tricks. What's that? So I just don't see anything from playing it to where we're missing something, right? I don't feel like we're missing anything. With the heroes we tested, I don't feel like we're missing much. Only thing I feel like is this guy's just getting too many of these stacks. Gains 1 stack stacks. Although it does say plural. I mean, right there, it's reading like they want to get additional stacks. Gain 1 stack stacks of undispellable. When taking skill damage, remove 1 stack whenever the monster takes, whenever he does any of his moves here. So we whack him with the ultimate, whack him with the ultimate. So we have like 3 ultimates spread out to give him damage at each of these 6 seconds, 12 seconds, 18. Really be 18, 24, 30. Whatever happens at 18, not that big of a deal. 24, we put up Witch's Remains. And then at 30, we hit him with somebody's strong ultimate. Right? So in the case with the team that we have earlier, what was the team we had earlier? So on a team like this, the wild team, right? We know that Erich is going to do multiple hits, so he's no good. So we should put Erich's timing at the first 18 seconds. Really, we could have it whenever, but let's just put Erich at 18 seconds. Every 30 seconds. Now we want Witch's Remains to be applied at 24 seconds. And then we want our girl here to do this at 30 seconds. With hopefully Witch's Remains applied. Right? The rest of the mechanics that the boss has, we have covered with Acelia and shields. So now, Erich is going to channel, and we don't really care about his damage. He's actually a really kind of crappy hero to have in here. We don't need Erich in here doing garbage damage because right here he's going to do his ultimate, but it's taking 50% less for the rest of the hits, so pretty garbage. Witch's Remains is up. That's great. And now Total Nan can hopefully do full damage right now when this all drops off. And we take 100% additional. Get him, Total Nan. Really, it's 150% additional damage is what she did. Because right when she casts it, it's going to take 50% less. Hi, is this boss easy? We think this boss is not working properly. What are the 100% exploration? Oh, we don't have those yet. So maybe that's why we're not doing a lot of damage too. You're right. we're not getting any bonuses, right? That is true. We're not getting any bonuses right now for this boss because there's been no alliances on the test server. Well, I mean, still, it's only one person doing damage with Witch's Remains if we can get it up right then. And then now... I don't know, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. None of this makes sense. None of this makes any damn sense. Let's see how much damage we can get from a full run of this. Can't damage if he can't kill us as well. Those bonuses aren't going to make up 100 million. That's true, but they would make up something. What kind of bonuses do we get? Isn't it only like 15 attack speed, a little bit of skill haste, accuracy, resistance, HP, defense, right? Small things like that. But what about the overall bonuses? What about those big bonuses we get? Yeah, like 15 skill haste. But what about the big ones? You know the big ones down here that say that we get this, this, and that? What about those? What do those say? The 3 ones for beating all the domains, beating all the chief challenges, and beating... What do those exactly say? Where's my tablet? Let's see. They bring the Mechatork to help? Oh, Mechatork's supposed to come in here and help? Maybe Mechatork removes those buffs. For 3 buffs. 0.5% later. They could make it something besides 50%, yeah. They could make it 5%, and then as it stacks up to 5 times and whatever else, then yeah. So if Mechatork's supposed to help us, what would Mechatork actually do? You tell me right here. This is Mechatork having completed all objectives in Song of Mystic Sea will offer help in the battle against the Eye. Okay, well, here's the moves that it's going to do. Increase the allies' attack by 15% as the battle starts. Okay. Mechatork, if we have this done, is going to increase the allies' attack by 15% at the battle start. Increase all allies' defense by 15%, which we don't really need. It'll help. Increase the allies' HP by 15%. I don't think Mechatork's buffs are going to make the difference here. That's all it's going to do. Complete the adventure preparation. Obtain a new skill, Mechatork Assistance. Right. The only one that we've got right now is going to be the HP one. I want the attack one, man. So the attack one is actually the one from doing preparations. Adventure preparations is the attack one, which I don't think that's even going to get completed. We've got 6 days left on our server, the live server. We're at 91% for Chaos Shadow, 58% for Elemental Domains, and 58% for the Adventure. So we might only get the 15% additional HP help. We might not get that 15% defense and 15% HP. So we're screwed, man. Screwed. Ain't nobody doing these quests? No, nobody's doing those quests. And then the buffs we're getting right now from our alliance is 15% HP, 15% attack, 15% defense, 40 accuracy, 15% attack speed, 30 enlightenment, critical damage 20%, skill haste 15%, and damage dealt 10%. Now we are missing that. Like we're missing all that right now on the test server. So if on this test server right now with the damage you can see me doing, I would be getting the 15 attack, 15 attack speed, 20 critical damage, and 10% overall damage dealt. So whatever we get at the end here, we need to add like 2 more million to. I think if we add 2 more million to it, it'll be fair. A soft daily cap to all these. Oh, you think we'll get them at the end? Well, even still, 2 more million. What's up, Scratch? 2 more million is not going to give us what we need, I believe, on this boss. Rex, how you doing, my man? I think even if we added 2 more million to our final damage that we're gonna get right here, we're quite a ways away from 140 million. I'm doing great, man. Had a good day. Got some new shoes in today. Went to the gym to flaunt my new shoes. Did you guys see them? I showed them earlier. So these came up on the Nike App Store, or the Nike app, right? I got these that I wore. They just came in this morning from the delivery driver, so I wore them to the gym with this shirt I got on that has a little bit of yellow in it. My daughter helped me pick out those shoes. Yeah, I thought they were pretty nice, man. I got a kick section in my Discord. If any of you guys are into shoes, I got a whole section over here showing off stuff I've been grabbing lately. Although my wife tells me I only have two feet. She tells me all the time I only have 2 feet. But I'm like, yeah, but you know, you got different outfits. Sometimes you got to put different shoes on those 2 feet, you know? And then I found out Nike lets you customize shoes. There's like a whole, you know, Adidas won't do this. Converse doesn't do this. But Nike lets you customize shoes and change colors on a certain shoes that they have. Change colors and do a whole bunch of things like that. So there is this app that you can do to change all the colors and to customize them and even say something like StewGaming on it. Check this out. See how it says gaming right there? And this says Stew on the side? So I made this whole color scheme. Actually, when I changed that white to yellow, it looks better. This is before I bought the yellow shoes I have right now. But you can actually get your names put on these. Pretty cool, huh? StewGaming on the side. That'd be pretty sweet. I'm going to have to change this whole color scheme to red, I think, because I need some red shoes. Here are some Nikes that I got recently from them too that are pretty cool. You can't really tell on those. Here's some ones that I got here. Pretty recently, we got these zebra ones. Then I got these just last week, which you can't really tell, the red and blue. These are part of their SB brand. And then I just got these today. This morning, these came in. You can see all my Adidas back here in the back. I used to have some pretty plain Adidases before I started collecting a lot of stuff. And I've got this whole wall of shoes over here on this side too. And I actually don't have room anymore for shoes. So I don't know where I'm going to put them. I got to start putting them in boxes or something. I need a room for shoes, man. Hey, JR, I just beat your time. I beat your damage. That exclusive is garbage. I don't get the whole shoe craze. It's just something to collect. It's just something to collect. I'm not into buying $2,000 shoes or $5,000 shoes. I just look at the app store or the apps. Like I have all the different apps on my phone. And when they say that new things are coming out, new releases, I check to see if there's anything cool that I like. And then when I'm shopping for like shirts and other things like that, I got to make sure that, okay, will this match some of my shoes? And then I can match it up, you know? It's really just something to do. Look at those chicken legs. JRM said, look at that. What do you mean chicken? Yeah. Who needs to work out your body, man, when you can just work out your upper body? That was me today going to the gym. He said chicken legs. Yeah, man. What's wrong with those legs? I need to hit that leg press, huh? I can't fit into those skinny jeans if I got big old fat legs. Easy sponsored shoes. That would be cool, man. I'd like to get some free shoes, man. If Nike and all those, if Converse and Adidas and Nike would send me some shoes, I'd be loving it. Our server, there's a soft cap as no one is doing them. Yeah, no one is doing them. So there's a soft cap to how they'll be. So we'll get that advantage. Well, even at 8.7 million with 10 million total, with that advantage, with all the advantages that we get from Mechatork and our alliance, we wouldn't have much. Those things give you no ballroom. Some tight jeans do give you no ballroom, but those tight jeans are made out of elastic. It's like wearing it's actually really comfortable. I wasn't into it either until my wife wanted me to wear some tight jeans, and then once I started wearing them, they're made out of material that stretches. Man, you could grab both sides of my legs on those tight jeans, and they just stretch like crazy. They're actually really comfortable. Too hot for me most of the time, especially summertime. I can't wear them, but they're very comfortable, especially in the wintertime. This damage is very weak for this team. I mean, it's weak for any team. The damage is weak regardless because we're having to do abilities that when we hit, we do 50% less damage. sometimes, a lot of times with our battle skills and our normal skills, we're doing 100% less damage. It's just, there's something wrong with the boss, without a doubt. Rook team for the kick of it. I'll build a Rook team tomorrow because I've already been on for 2 hours and 20 minutes. I'm about to bounce out. My kids are home already. It's about to be 5 p.m. I'm going to see what's going on for dinner. I'm getting a bit hungry. And then I got to do some shoe shopping, man. Just kidding. Just kidding. I don't need to do it unless you guys find any news. Okay, my size is 29.5 centimeters. And I wear 11 to 11 and a half. So if you see any cool ones out there, I've been looking for these Converse that are, I don't think they make them in 29. They're Converse, but they're camouflage, but they're different tone camouflage. So like one side will be like a white camo, the other side will be like a brown camo on each of the two shoes. And they're made like, they're not made like normal Converse. They're much thicker. So I've been looking for those for a long time. If you know where those are at, let me know. And I'll pay some money and we'll get those going to me. Or if you see any other cool new stuff coming out, yeah, definitely hit me up on my Discord. Let me know, and I'll pick it up. How's the damage from the wild team? It was whatever millions we got, 8-point-something million. Overall, it wasn't bad. 8.7 million. It wasn't bad because we set the skill timing just to do their ultimates in, like right when the boss wipes. The 50% less damage. We had them set up then. And then we were trying to get up Witch's Remains at 27 seconds. And then we were trying to take advantage of that Witch's Remains at 30 seconds with our highest damage dealer, which is Total Nan. So we had Erich going at 18 seconds. Erich didn't even need to be on our team. He's pretty much worthless because he has a channeled ultimate. Actually, I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters if you have channeled or not, but it's worse because he takes a long time to get his ultimate done. So there could be more stacks up on the boss to where he's doing 0 damage. His first hit's going to do 50% less. And then subsequent hits probably will do 0 because somebody's going to do a battle skill or ultimate on him. Almost to that 250 million, right? Dauntless. Yeah, we can try out Dauntless tomorrow and show some Dauntless teams because even though Dauntless counts as basic attack, it could still register it as a skill. Just because it says that it counts as a basic attack does not mean necessarily that this boss will register it that way. Did you guys try it at all? I mean, I get what you're saying. I love what you're thinking. I like it, but did you try it? Like Sutha, all of hers are considered basic attacks, right? I mean, a lot of Dauntless are. Can we keep her alive long enough? Just for her to do a battle skill or something?
A chance to try out my new spells.
Where is Garius? Garius, my man, where'd you go? You're an epic. Am I losing my mind? Where is he? He should be right here at 100 leveled up. Anybody see Garius? Am I losing it? Radiant. Saved? Ah, we've already used him. I did save it with him. You're right. Okay. I am going crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right, this looks good enough. That's right, we did. We can only use 6 teams and we can't reuse the teams, right? Okay. Here goes Sutha. No, it still went up, right? Yeah. So, rip Dauntless. It was good thinking. It was really good thinking with Dauntless, but no, Dauntless is not working either. It still registers it as a skill, even though it's classified as a basic attack. So, Gary said, "I'm out of here." So no, this boss is definitely busted. So this is good. I'm glad it's this way because I didn't want people to try to make 5 Dauntless teams really quick. And then it come out and it'd be fixed or something. I don't know. It's all wacky. All right, guys. Thanks for joining today. I appreciate the love and support. Thanks for all the subs, Wolflar, and everybody else. I will be back on tomorrow. I'm going to be back on a little bit early. Or actually, this time's pretty good, too. I can always come back at the same exact time. It's nice coming around my afternoon, you know. My kids will come home when I'm streaming. Then I can get off around dinner time or so. Yeah, thank you, man. I'll see you guys. Have a great one. And don't worry about this boss. Let's wait till we hear back from the developers. And hopefully, we'll hear some good news. All right, see you too, buddy. Midnight. Take care, guys. Java, good to see you all.